some, and vehemently discouraged to do by others, including members of my family. The approach that I have taken, in close collaboration with Jonathan Coleman, is one that is built on deep reportage. It represents nothing less than a full-scale attempt to bring forth the truth, to rely just not on my recollection of things, but to do something more ambitious, investigate myself, speak with others, and come to grips with what I find. Nothing here will be gratuitous or a cheap shot or an attempt to elevate myself at the expense of anyone else. This book is not meant to be comprehensive in the way that a biography might be, and is not meant to glorify my athletic accomplishments, as many books of this kind do. It is a memoir, and it is selective, choosing to focus on the things that explore and illuminate the mindset, give, I hope, the readers deeper understanding of someone who many feel has been aloof and inscrutable and unpredictable. What is here because it advances the complex, tangled narrative of my life, certain strands of which I have learned for the first time, odd as that may seem, that I'm so determined to convey. I am not a conventional person or thinker, not someone who walks a straightforward line. I am too rebellious and defiant for that, always have been. I am, if I may say so, an enigma, even to myself, especially to myself, and an obsessive, someone whose mind ranges far and wide and returns to things that, for better or worse, hold me in their thrall. The way I have chosen to unfold my story at this most reflective time of my life is consistent with that. We tell ourselves stories in order to live. That line from Joan Didion's essay, The White Album, perhaps comes closest to what I feel I have done in my own peculiar way over these many years in order to protect myself until now. I have been the silhouetted figure of the NBA logo since 1969. This book is my effort to unravel the mystery of that person with a deceptively simple name, to explain myself, to share my story, and my improbable journey with those who have perhaps had similar thoughts and who have struggled to overcome the many challenges and obstacles that life has put squarely in their paths. More than anything else, I am someone who takes enormous pleasure in seeing others succeed. My hope is that this book will be both a help and inspiration to those who read it as they strive to realize their dreams. Nothing happens unless first a dream. Carl Sandburg. I played with an angry, emotional chip on my shoulder and a hole in my heart. My worst personal trait by far is that I expect everyone to care as much as I do about everything, and it is both terrible and unfair. My life has been about trying to figure out my limitations, and I know them quite well. Once you find out what they are, it really gives you a chance to find your niche. Jerry West. My dad, he's weird. Ryan West.
Chapter 1. Climbing Up from the Abyss. Come with me. Come to the flinty, hardscrabble world of West Virginia where I grew up. A world of Methodist church bingo, Red Ryder BB guns, and coal tipples. Of mean dogs, one in particular, Bear, used to chase my ass. And sneaky cats, and heated political discussion among edgy union men. Of one big river, the mighty Kanawha, and many black, coal-darkened creeks. The place where I engaged in the most intricate of jigsaw puzzles, mainly of paintings. The harder they were to complete because of the dark floral colors, the more I liked them. Though when I worked on these puzzles with my siblings, I employed some methods that Karen, my wife, disapproves of. I cherished my solitude, did I ever, because I lived in a home where I did not want to be for much of the time, and there were reasons for that. As a result, winter was always the season I dreaded most. I never liked being cooped up, still don't. I like to be free to roam, free to be alone with my fertile and wide-ranging imagination, my closest friend and soulmate as a child. I quickly came to know where the nearest exit was, and long ago became a Houdini of sorts. I have the easy-to-remember name of Jerry West, the boy next door. I was born on May